Welcome to this demonstration of the latest version of this O2 module, which analyzes answers saved assessment files. As soon as this update is completed to the latest version, we can basically start going through the different features. This relates to the version 1.0.0.15. So first thing we're going to do is just load up WebGo details, so download it. So here are all the findings. You can see the multiple filters at the top, so I can just see the vulnerabilities, the type 1, type 2, etc. So let's say that I grab, in fact, all findings for now. And so I'm going to grab a particular finding here. Let's say I'll grab a vulnerability here, this one here. So if I want to now see the details, so you can see all the details are there. But if I want to see the details of this, I can just double click on it, and I get this little pop-up that shows up here, which of course I can also drag and drop into the main GUI, which is there. Sorry, there. So that can also show like this if you want it, and it can be shown as always as a pop-up. So here's my trace details, right? So you can basically see all the information that's on a database, or we load up from the assessment file. So basically that means that that's the vulnerability name, that's vulnerability type, the severity, etc. And that's actually the trace for this particular example. And that's the details here of each of the trace that's selected. So again, you can see the column number, the class, the line, the signature, the context, everything. And that shows you the different types of what's in here. So we can close this. Let's look at another trace. So if I look at a trace that doesn't have smart trace, for example, this guy here, so you can see that in this particular example, same thing shows, but we don't get any trace information there. So the other thing you can do with this module is you can actually not only see a particular finding, but let's say I had a look at only the vulnerabilities. So you could see I have 202 results. Here are all my vulnerabilities. So now I want to grab all of these guys into one. Now I have my viewer that is only showing me the 202. Note that we have 2,552, but now we're only seeing these guys here, which are basically all the different type of vulnerabilities. And again, you can grab one of these, you can double click on this, and that will open up that finding for you. So let's say we want to save this. So I'm going to save this my local temp directory. I'm going to call it only vulnerabilities, and I'm going to save it. And you can see file saved. I can close this. If you go to my, you can open the log file there if you want there, temp directory. It's the same thing as showing down there. You can see that my file is there now. So let's have a quick look at this file. So I got OSA here. I'm going to open up an assessment. I'm going to go to only vulnerabilities, and I'm going to basically see the same 202, and you can see that I got all my findings here with all the, and there's my traces showing up. So that's, you can see that we basically can use this manipulation here to create assessment files that goes there. Something you can also do a couple more things here. So let's say that I only wanted the high ones, so I could actually come here. I can basically now select all my highs. I can go selected findings. That now only open up those there. Again, I'm going to save them. So I'm going to go only highs. So that's save that. File saved. If you could come here and you go only highs, you could see that we now only have the high ones. Cool thing to confirm is if you go to the triage bit, you can see on the vulnerability in this case and high column, which is that one there. So a couple more little details. You can also do it from here. So another cool feature is that let's say I didn't want the highs from my query. So I'm going to select this from here, and I'm going to leave one there, let's say, and you can actually press delete, and now you can see that I've deleted those. And if I now go see all findings, you can see that I can change vulnerability type, for example, for severity, and I'm going to have one high, which is that guy at 0 there, have all the rest there, and all these guys here. And again, you can just select a bunch of them. So let's say I just wanted one high and a number of of lows. So here I got these guys selected. I go, you can actually, if you keep the shift down, you can double click here and that also will open up. So you can see I got 57 findings loaded. Again, if I save them here, I'm gonna go one high and a number of lows, and you can save it. And again, you can come here, open the finding, one high number of lows, and now you can see I have one high number of lows, and then they're all here. In fact, the one with the high should be that one. So so it's pretty powerful because now you can manipulate this. And just the final thing that you could do is when you're in this mode here of, let's say, of viewing all the findings, you can actually play around with them. So let me open up another findings viewer, this guy here. So let's say that you have now two modules that you load up, and that you have basically you viewing them side by side. What you can do now is you could basically just drag and drop one to the other. If you select this guy here, allow drag drops, so you can see that the power of this is you can filter things up across here. So you could you can come here and grab a filter for a source, for example. So here are all my sources. So you can now just say, hey, all my get properties, go there. Actually, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I just want my get properties and my get properties, and let's say get attributes. So again, that's because of finding type. But if I go finding name, you can see the thing. And if I go by source, you can see the source there. You can see the sync. You can see the lost sync. You can basically filter by all of them. So that's quite interesting because that's showing me that all of them actually end up on that known sync. If I show by source there, you could see that now the next filter shows whatever the guys are dropped here. And of course, now you could save this, and then you open up on the other assessment, so you just get this bunch of assessment files.